past this part. In fact, never play this again.
Fucking hell, Jesus Christ. Come on, how scary is this for an opening to a video game, especially one released in the early 90s? I mean, not only do we have a protagonist who is blatantly a rip-off of Jason Voorhees, sorry if to use the word rip-off, Namco, but it is a rip-off. We'll get into the character in a bit. But also, we open with what looks like a rip-off of Evil Dead 2. Do you remember the scene in the cabin where the professor's trying to break through the veil of, like, the undead and that, you know, the face in the room? Yeah, you remember that? Remember that? Exactly. Bloody hell. So Splatterhouse 3 from Namco follows up from obviously Splatterhouse 2. The main character Rick has apparently now married his girlfriend Jennifer, and they've got a son called David in the game. There's a whole plot that goes behind this. You never guess it. Apparently Rick now works for Wall Street, and he's made enough money to buy himself a mansion, which he seems to have decorated in blood and guts. I'm not sure if the monsters bought that when they come in, but we'll get into that anyway. The thing that confuses me most about this plot is how much backstory there is for a game that doesn't give you anything. I mean, other than scaring the shit out of you with the opening credits, you don't actually know, you never know. Why would you care that Rick is now working on Wall Street? What does it matter? I mean, technically, it makes him a great monster hunter because the worst monsters he'll face on a daily basis at work. Yeah, okay, he's got a son, David, which you see, so you understand he's married to Jennifer, definitely you understand that, and you understand he's got a son. I get that. But again, I don't understand why then the son suddenly has psychic powers. It's never explained. It's just, oh, this kid has psychic powers. Well, why is he not using them against the monsters? So we're going to play this game. It looks great. It plays great. It is clunky. Rick is not one of the most nimble, agile of controllable characters in a video game, and it will come into play later on where it becomes quite frustrating. So what we need to do is we need to get to the X on the map before the timer runs out, in order to save Jennifer. Now, if you don't make it on time and defeat the final boss before the counter actually runs out, which I really highly doubt most people could. I mean, I've really struggled to even make it to the room because everything just takes a shitload of beating before it goes down. Anyway, if you manage to save Jennifer, it generates an ending. No matter what you do in this game, there's 4 different endings you can generate. So if you save Jennifer and David, you get the good ending. If you save Jennifer but lose David, you obviously get a different ending, and so on, so on. And to be honest, we'll see where we get with this one, because I'm pretty certain I'm going to get the bad ending, because I've really struggled with this time limit in this game. It's an absolute nightmare. It doesn't help as well that the trouble is the most effective attack and way to stave off damage or yourself is to use the jump kick. Now the trouble with the jump kick is when you kick an enemy off the screen, it takes them several seconds before they walk back onto the screen, so you're perpetually standing there waiting for the monsters to come back to you. Now there is a special move when you actually Hulk out that I couldn't pull off, so I don't know how I didn't manage it, but then I should have looked at the instructions. But I don't read instructions, I'm a man. Why would I read instructions? I pick up and play. That's the nature of these reviews, it's pick up and play. I don't actually play these games through over and over again. I pretty much most time pick it straight up, play until I die, hence it's called Game Over Man, and we see how we get on. So there was a room back there with like 4 or 5 floating ghost heads, and I'm not even hanging around in that room to find out what they do, if they attack me, if I can attack them. But they do come later, and they do fuck you right off, something rotten. So this is the first boss being taken down. Now, as you can see, there was no way I could have done that in the time limit. It's a pain in the ass, but we're going to watch through these cutscenes because these are very good in this game. It actually keeps a really good storyline going. I know I said about the plot. The plot of the game is actually really good. It's just a weird backstory that I couldn't get my head wrapped around. I didn't understand why he needed to work on Wall Street. I know I'm going back to that point, but it was just confusing. And I'm easily confused, and I don't like being confused. Right, so working our way through the second level, kicking the shit out of everything. Now, in my previous review of RoboCop vs Terminator, I made a massive mistake by saying that RoboCop vs Terminator was the bloodiest video game ever made. Well, I apologise, because this fucking game is blatantly the bloodiest, goriest game on the Sega Mega Drive. The thing with this game is, okay, it's not as bloody as RoboCop, because people don't explode, but it's definitely gory, and This game was rated by the video games people, whoever they are, the raters in America, as like 13 plus. 13 plus. My God, this game is a 16-bit 18. It's an R rating, definitely, for the time. I mean, I'm not going to go into any bloody gory, gutsy game past 16-bit, really. The most I'm going to review are up to 32-bit consoles, because it's kind of my thing. I'm an old fart. I like playing retro video games. This is my childhood. See, I never played this one as a kid, but I remember everyone sort of going on about the Splatterhouse series. I think I played number 2 around a friend's house once, but this one wasn't released in the UK. The music and sound effects for a Sega Mega Drive game are pretty good. We all know that the Sega Mega Drive was slightly inferior in sound to the Super Nintendo. Now this second boss, basically Cockman, the whole game is a H.R. Geiger complete, again, rip-off. They have taken so much source design from movies and such. A bit like Contra did. They took a load of design elements from Aliens and threw them into the Contra game. Okay, so this is disgusting. I mean, that's absolutely gross. I just got basically beaten by a giant penis that's just exploded with maggots. Oh man, the way that fucking giant cock just fucking explodes in green pus of maggots. I mean, playing this now turns my stomach. As a kid, it would have made me puke, and I would have loved every second of it. I'd have come back and gone, I want to puke some more. Blah! 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 Oh, right, okay, back to the story. You will find weapons randomly around rooms, but you don't find many. I only found one. I mean, it looks like a giant Subway sandwich, actually. I'm beating him with my baguette. Yeah, take that with my baguette. Oh yeah, have it. Nah, it's a baseball bat. Now this room fucks me right off. This is worse than the Medusa heads in Castlevania. There is no set pattern. There is no fucking way you can work out how to get the fuck through this room. You just get absolutely on. Oh great, now one of the fucking floating head is taking my fucking weapon away. That's the only time I've had the fucking weapon in the entire game is then. A little fucker's taking it. Right, David's in his room. A monster's hand appears behind him. Oh my God. Nah, I'm not scared. Turn the lights on! Right, okay, yeah, I'm getting a little scared now. This is actually creepy as fuck. See that? I mean, what the hell? Again, you just walked in a room and your son's just basically disintegrated into ash. And now there's a giant teddy bear you're throwing around and wailing on a giant demonic possessed teddy bear. This game is the nuts. The only trouble with the boss fights are most of the time, because they run around you so much. You give me the finger. What the fuck? Because they run around you so much, you spend a lot of your time just picking up and throwing them like you're Mr. T. You just, oh, they'll throw you hell of a far, fool. Hell of a far. Now, there's definitely a lot of inspiration taken from the actual John Carpenter's The Thing for this boss. A mouth running around on hands that's going to eat you. This is like flipping Pan's Labyrinth 20 years before the movie came out. Well, I can't remember if it's 20 years, whatever. You know what I mean. It's a good time. Pan's Labyrinth stole from Splatterhouse 3. We know that. We're coming for you. So far with the bosses, we're noticing there's definitely a penis and vagina design element to these creatures. As I said before, H.R. Geiger, eat your fucking knob off. Right, moving on. Well, this mask is a bit serious, a bit of a downer compared to old Jim Carrey's mask, isn't it? No, I'm not going to sing Cuban Pete. See, a child with psychic powers. I mean, why has he got psychic powers? I suppose was Rick wearing the terror mask while he was fucking shagging Jennifer and making David? Is that why? Did some of the mask's magical evil demon powers go into his sperm and into her? I don't know. Again, I ask questions I'll never get answers for. Never. I stop asking questions, really. So just really shut up. But then, if I shut up, who would entertain you? Probably someone with a lot more talent, but unfortunately you clicked on my video, so we're going to go through this. Normally I skip, as I said, the storylines, but I actually really do want to see how this goes. I like horror films, I like horror games, and this to me, with the map element, the moving around, choosing your own path, it is very much a Resident Evil precursor feel to it. So, oh god, look at these dogs. Again, straight out of John Carpenter's The Thing. Oh, it's puking. It's disgusting. Now this bit is completely fucked up. I'm about to get dog dipped. Oh yes. Coming up now is the most disgusting thing I've seen in video games. Look at that! I just got taken out by a dog, demon dog erection. A bright green one as well, with some kind of barb on the end of it. Another one of these fucking rooms we have to walk through. Fuck's sake. As I said before, the control with Rick is decent, but he cannot maneuver properly through rooms like this. He's not speedy or slick enough. Or again, I'm just crap at controlling him. I think it's probably I'm crap at controlling him more than the actual game itself. So I'll lay off the programs and blame my own broken fingers. Hey, look, Fable Lost Chapters. Now this, oh, what a cheap shot. You walk straight into this next boss fight and he pwns you straight away. Floats on, bang, straight in. So I'm going to Hulk out and smash the fuck out of him. No, I'm not, because some kind of giant fucking turd in a bubble. Look at it, I mean, that is a turd monster. That's fantastic. Flaming turd monster. Oh, that must fucking reek. That's disgusting. Right, there's another boss down. And I farted around so much that I ran out of time, so I didn't save David. And now for a very, very grim part of what is supposed to be a video game for pretty much kids. You are holding your dead son in your arms. That is fucked up. Right, do you know what? I'm sick of this. I'm going to use some fucking power. I'm going to get some motivation, and I'm going to see you on the other side. I'm going to beat this fucking game. Go down, you fucker! God damn it. This is an irritating part of the game. I have basically had to save Jennifer and David, and I've been given roughly 6 to 7 minutes per stage, and yet for the boss fight, the final boss fight, which is one platform, one screen, and all I do is fight the mask in a couple of incarnations, and I get an hour? I get a fucking hour?! I just lost my wife and son because you only gave me 6 or 7 minutes for an entire fucking map, an entire fucking level, and now I've got the bad ending, even though you gave me an hour to fight one fucking boss. What a fucking load of shit. Oh great, look at this fucking depressing bad ending. I'm not even going to bother to try and get the good ending because I couldn't give a fuck about Jennifer and David. I'm all alone. All alone. So what do I think of Splatterhouse 3? It's a definite must-own if you have a Sega collection. It is not as fluid and detailed a game as, say, Super Castlevania on the Super Nintendo, but it's definitely a must-own. Happy gaming!
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.